Welcome to Sören. In this video, you will learn how to use parameters in test cases and how to create iterations of values for the test executions. In test cases, you can use parameters instead of concrete values. This way, you can still create logical test cases which can be used for multiple iterations. You can create multiple iterations of concrete test values for the parameters that you want to execute the test cases with. To create a parameter, you just need to use an at in a field of the test case in front of a string of characters. Sören will recognize a string like @name as the parameter name, for which you can later put in values. To be able to define values for the parameters, the test case must be part of a test plan, because the parameter values are specific to a certain test plan. Click on the button Open Parameter on the requested test case in a test plan to open the parameter page for the test case. Here you can see the parameter and the associated iterations of values. The fields iteration name and tester are always available regardless of the test case. All other parameter fields are defined by the test case. Every iteration can be assigned to a tester. To do that, you double-click in a field tester of an iteration and select a user from the drop-down list. The list is comprised of all users available in your company. All other fields can be freely edited. In addition, you can sort any column alphanumerically by clicking on the arrow in a header of the column. In a menu bar, you can add an additional iteration by clicking on the plus button, and delete an iteration by marking a line and clicking on the delete button. All lines and columns are saved as soon as you leave a field. Close the parameter page by clicking on the close button. You will then return to the previously opened test plan. During the test execution, the parameter you used in, for example, the input field of a test step will be replaced by the value you defined for this field in the iteration you are executing. You have now learned how to create parameters and how to define iterations of test values.